Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having a Leo Sun and a Capricorn Ascendant in a natal chart. Now, this combination is kind of the combination. You have a strong disparity. They're in conjunct by aspects, so there can be a conflict with these two signs. Sun in Leo is very extroverted and gregarious. Capricorn Ascendant is more reserved, quiet, conservative. So there's going to be a more cautious, conservative front, and that's more introverted. That is going to suppress that Leo extroversion and gregariousness to some degree, that flamboyancy. Leo's sun loves to stand out in a crowd, and Capricorn rising being so reserved, they're not the type that necessarily wants attraction. So you have that big discrepancy between what's being displayed through the outer demeanor known as the ascendant and the sun sign Leo, which is the inner self. Now, this is a person, although you have these signs that a big difference between each other, a big disparity. At the same time, this could be somebody that has strong leadership prowess and ability to reach the top in whatever field they decide to choose, that they have that passion and enthusiasm for. There might be some flamboyant Leo Sun energy that may come out through the more serious Capricorn disposition. It might come out through some kind of business ventures, for example, and you might see the creative juices come out through this, but in a more as far as business goes, perhaps, because business is strongly associated with Capricorn, and that could be a strong possibility with this position. This combination, Sun Ascendant combination. Now, the Sun sign can represent our basic wants, and the rising sign or ascendant can be the manner or method in which one attains these basic wants. And for Sun and Leo, the basic wants can be connected with attention, perhaps being dominant, standing out in some field, some notoriety, recognition, accolades. It could be things connected with the ego, things that are associated with pride, and this could be in matters of attaining things of this nature, may be done in a Capricorn-like way, having a Capricorn ascendant. These things may be attained perhaps through a business-like venture. It might be their creative endeavors might come out through business. This person may attain perhaps some of these Leo wants, perhaps through a Capricorn-like field, such as perhaps working in a working as a dentist, perhaps through management, perhaps as a landlord, even something like information technology. It seems like I've read on some sites that information technology and Capricorn can go hand in hand, because Capricorn is a type that can be similar to Virgo as far as going through being painstaking regarding details and being able to do these things that can be somewhat tedious and time-consuming to other people. Perhaps those are some examples as how the Leo Sun wants may be attained. And keep in mind that this person will show, in many cases, a much more serious and stern disposition on the outside, as opposed to the typical that's suppressing that strong gregarious Leo energy. And anyway, what's important is to look at the aspect that is made between the Sun in Leo and Capricorn Ascendant. Now, they are in conjunct by sign, but in many cases the person will have an inconjunct aspect take place between their Sun in Leo and Capricorn Ascendant. Let's say the Leo Sun is at 14 degrees and the Capricorn Ascendant is at 12 degrees. That would form an inconjunct aspect, and that is adverse, and you might have even something that's more conflicting because of the aspect, and have a more difficulty in integrating the Sun and Leo energy with the Capricorn Ascendant energy. And this can cause perhaps feelings of being misconstrued or misunderstood by others, because even if the person is not cognizant of these astrological placements, they may feel that what they're projecting outwardly is a lot different than what's going on inside. And this can cause some exasperation and tension in the person. And the same could be true. You can have an out-of-sign opposition aspect take place between the Leo Sun and Capricorn Ascendant. Let's say the person has the Sun in Leo at 1 degree and a Capricorn Ascendant at 29 degrees. That would be adverse, and it being an opposition aspect. And similarly, you could have that inner tension and exasperation take place because the feelings of being misconstrued or misunderstood by others due to the fact that this person feels that what they're projecting outwardly may be strongly different than what is going on inside. Now, however, in another example, you could have actually a positive aspect take place. An out-of-sign trine aspect can occur in some cases between the Leo Sun and Capricorn Ascendant. Let's say the person has the Leo Sun at 29 degrees and a Capricorn Ascendant at 1 degree. This would form an out-of-sign trine aspect, which is auspicious and which could have a positive integration and blending of these two energies. And they may work a little better as opposed to the average person that would have Leo Sun and Capricorn Ascendant. Well, it's also important to look at the house position of the Leo Sun, because even though the Capricorn Ascendant may suppress and hold back the Leo energy strongly, the Leo Sun may still figure at least somewhat prominently in these houses. Now, let's say that the person has the Sun in Leo in the 7th house. Well, this magnanimous, generous, the more gregarious Leo energy may come out, at least to some degree, in terms of partnerships, relationships, and you might see some extravagance in matters connected with this. Even if the person is involved in something legally, this person might be the type that would be willing to dole out a little more money than the average person in terms of legal fees. So, now let's say the Sun in Leo is posited in the 8th house. Well, this could indicate maybe that this energy, this Leo need to shine and to be seen, this need for perhaps some notoriety and recognition, may come out. Matters connected with astrology, supernatural, occult. They may go as far as even matters connected perhaps with a sex partner. You might see this gregarious, extroverted Leo energy come out strongly. Now, let's say the Sun in Leo is posited in the 9th house. Well, this Leo energy may come out strongly in matters connected with higher education, religion, philosophy. They might be somewhat magnanimous and generous in sharing their philosophical viewpoints with others, and it might come out strongly Leo energy perhaps with in-laws if applicable. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having the Sun in Leo and a Capricorn Ascendant in a natal chart. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having a Leo Sun and Aquarius Ascendant in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.